Alright, morning class. I'm just going to show you how to do the chisel holder for obviously today, which is Wednesday. You're going to be getting a height of different stuff. Hopefully you've got a tech teacher there to help you through this. Alright, they have enough knowledge to be able to help you actually make it yourselves, okay? So, let's start off. There's going to be two different types of chisels, okay, that are not chisels, sorry, all stones. They are pretty much the same, okay? One's the Trojan, one's the Crescent, or the carbonite, whatever it's called, okay? They're the exact same, so don't worry if you get one that's different or you think it's inferior, because they're both the exact same type of stone, okay? Trojan one obviously has the orange on it, okay? This one is also a dual one, so you flip it from side to side. Got the rough and then you got the fine, okay? Simple stuff. Alright, I'll put these to a side. I'm going to be making a house for this, okay? What you're going to need obviously is your stone, 2 bits of timber, tape measure, adjustable square, chisel, hammer, pencil. You might need a knife as well, so we'll grab that one out. Later down the track you're going to be using a hand plane as well, okay? So you'll need that one eventually. Don't need to grab it out just yet though. And then we're going to be needing a drill, okay? And these here are what we call Forstner bits. They're going to be going in the drill. I only have a set amount of Forstner bits and a set amount of drills, so they're going to be shared around, okay, at some point as well. But you don't need them straight off the bat. It's just something that you're going to be aware of that you're going to need in the future, okay? With your pencil, you're going to want it to be sharp, so it makes a nice clean mark, okay? Obviously, like we always do, we use the knife to sharpen them up. When you do it, okay, extend the blade, and you're just going to be working it slowly towards yourself. Don't try to take off a lot at once, just take off a little, okay? And you want a nice sharp point, okay? Like I've shown you before. Alright, stop it there, and then I'll start getting things ready to actually to make the thing. So, first task, get yourself set up on your bench, ready to go, alright? Alright, so you've got all your tools set up on the bench. One thing I forgot to mention is you'll need some eye protection, so grab that as well, alright? But you've got everything set up on your bench now, okay? You've got your timber. The first thing you're going to do is pick which side you're going to be making the housing out of, okay? So when I say housing, I mean the oil stone is going to be sunk into the timber, so it's going to hold on to it, alright? So you're going to have, it's going to be sitting half in on this side and half in on this side, okay? Sandwiched in between. Creates a house for it, alright? What you want to do is pick which side you're going to make the housing on, alright? So for me, this is Oregon. I can tell because it's kind of pink. Alright, I'm looking at it. I can see that this one here has a knot in this side. Knots are pain to chisel out and to make a housing in. It may not be where I'm putting the stone, or it looks like it's going to be just where I'm putting the stone. So to save myself hassle or splitting the timber, I'm going to flip it around and use it on the other side where there isn't a knot, okay? So I'm going to be taking out of this side. Easy thing to do a little scribble down the centre, so then you know. You don't have to look at it again and try to work it out again. Alright? Same with this one here. Have a look. There's a little knot over here. And there's a little knot over here. It doesn't really matter too much, so I'm just going to say out of this side as well. Alright? I'm going to have it so that the clean edges are facing each other. Okay? To make things and life easy. So, it's going to come apart like so. Once you've done that, the next task that you should do is to measure your stone. These stones are going to be a mil in and out from each other, okay? Some might be dead on exactly what they're meant to be. Other stones, there might be a bit of discrepancy with the dimensions, okay? So, first thing you should do is measure the stone, alright? So, for me, it's 50 mil wide. Let's say 200 long, okay? And this thickness is 27, alright? So, it's probably worth writing it down. I know I'm going to be getting rid of this side eventually, or planing it up, making it look pretty. So I'm just going to write it on here because it's easy to read, okay? And I'm always going to keep it. So it's 200 long, I said 50 wide, and 27 thick, okay? Written down, can't forget now, don't have to look it up again. So we've got that. What I want this stone to do is actually sit in the center, okay? I don't want it on a curve, okay? I want it nice in the middle, not to one side or any side, okay? So the next thing I've got to do as well is measure out the timber. The timber itself is a little bit different, okay? There's a mil different there, okay? And the length, pretty spot on, alright? But to save hassles, okay, you're just going to pick one and work to that. Normally you pick the smaller one, okay? So this one's the thicker one, see it's got the mil higher. I'll go to this one so that I can plane stuff up on this one and make it suit, yeah? If I did it the other way, it's going to be hard to make it suit. So, because I'm going into the center, what you're going to do first is figure out the center. 70 mil wide, so that means the center is going to be half of 70, which is 35. Do hope you spoke up then and answered the question. So put a mark at the 35. Okay, and this is where you can use your adjustable square. Okay, so someone's jammed this in nice and good. There we go. Sliding it down till it's on the 35. Tightening it back up. Okay, then I can butt it in here and run it along the center. So I've got a center line. Okay. If you notice, I'm working along the nice smooth side to make my life easy. I'm going to do it on both bits of timber, making sure I'm marking where the scribble is. Okay. Get that out of the way. This is the easiest way to do it. Alright, got my center line. Now I have to do the length. Okay, so figure out the center for the length. It's 230. Half of 230, easiest way to work it out, figure out the half of 200, which is 100, then half of 30 is 15, you add the two together, it's going to be 115. Okay? Center mark there, same over here, 115. Okay, loosen off the square, extend it out, tension it back up, mark your square line, okay? So right now, I've always held the square on the nice smooth cut side, okay? So not on the rough side. And I've got a cross for each of those, okay? Pretty simple so far. Alright, so that's your first task, do that. And so, mark up the squares. Once that's done, it's going to be simpler from there, alright? Going to be using these marks again, okay? And you're going to go either side of the lines to make a mark it up, alright? So you can mark up the square and you're going to be doing the same on this one here. The easiest way to do it is to figure out the half of each of these measurements, okay? So the first one's 200, so the half of 200 is what? Half of 50 is what? And the half of 27 is what? Alright? So once you've done that, what is it? 16, isn't it? Yep. Okay. Actually it's 13.5. Okay, once you've done that, then you know where you're going to mark up. So, the half of the length, easiest way to do it, okay, I hold it, the tape, on the 200, okay? Because then I can easily mark 100 up this way and 100 down this way to make the total length, okay? If you held it on the 100, it's going to be a pain in the ass to mark accurately the end of the tape. So if you put the tape with the 200 on the center line, okay, you just have to mark 100 either side of that, okay? And that'll give you the 2 marks there, which you're going to square across. Okay, one side, always have the square on the smooth side. Alright, to keep it consistent. So, it will fit in between those lines, as you can see. Alright, it's the same deal for the width. The width was 50. If I want, I'll double check. 50, okay. Half of 50 was 25. Once again, I'm not going to hold it on the 25 mark because it makes it awkward with the end of the tape. The easiest thing to do is extend it out, okay. Hold it on 125, mark it at the 100, then mark it at the 50. Oh no, yep, 50. Okay? And that will be getting your oil stone in the center, okay? Nice and neat. You see the line one side, see the line on the other side, okay? Lastly, what you're going to do, get your adjustable square. Okay, now instead of going to a measurement, what you're going to do is to adjust it to the pencil mark. Okay, where it needs to be, tighten it up. Okay, then you're going to do the same thing that you did before in squaring the line across. Okay. Nice and neat there. Loosen it off, adjust it out. This one's a bit jammed up, so hopefully your square isn't. Okay, to the other line. So move it to the pencil line that you just measured out, tension it up, okay, and then you're going to mark the same line like you did before. Okay, you always want your pencil, when you're marking out the line, to go through the one that you just marked, okay? So I marked there, and when I drew the line, it went through the line, okay? So this is where I'm going to be checking out for my housing for the oil stone, alright? See, it fits in between the lines nice and neat, which is what I'm after, okay? What you've done to one, you have to do to the other, okay? Repeat that for this one here. You're going to have the 2 marks, okay? And then they're going to hopefully go together nice and neatly, alright? So that's your next step, mark up both of them. I don't want you to mark up one, put it to the side and start working on it. I want you to mark up both and then we'll work on it, okay? Do the same thing at the same time, so you know the process, okay? Watch this a couple of times if you have to, just to get a better idea, alright? I'll pause it there and I'll start the next step, alright?